If you guys have been watching my channel for a while now, you'll notice that I've been telling you guys to unlock that extroverted side of you. But in this video, I'm going to talk about one thing that may happen as a con. And yes, there are cons to this, but you can control it. As a con of being in your extroverted side for too long. And as someone who is able to switch between being an introvert and an extrovert, the one thing I noticed is that whenever I'm around people too much and I'm projecting my extroverted side, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm fully comfortable doing that. But if it's for a prolonged period of time, the problem that arises is the fact that it starts clouding my judgment. So whatever ideas that I have or the things that I want to do, or maybe I just want to focus on work, but my friends are going out today and I've been hanging out every single day this week, and I've been with my girlfriend one day, with my family the next, with my friends the next, and it's like constantly around people. The other week, actually, I had my friends over from a different city. They flew over here, and we spent about a week together, and I noticed that as great as it was, this is an absolute plus, but as great as it was, I've noticed my judgment starting to get clouded because my thoughts were starting to be less mine and more group mentality, right? And the only way I could regain my own thoughts completely, like this is exactly what I think, this is what I want to do. Today, I want to go to the gym and then work on my business. Today, whatever thoughts that you normally have, in order to get them back, I had to just isolate myself and be by myself again, switching back into my introverted side. So as nice as it is being always extrovert, or not always, but whenever you need to, so in a group setting, with your friends, in front of a camera, whatever it is that you're doing, or at work, this is super common. For me at least, it happens pretty much on a daily basis. Whenever it's too much, just too much I spend in that whole side of things, that's when things start to be a little bit clouded in my head. I feel like I'm not sure if the thoughts that are coming in my head are my thoughts or somebody else's. And this is the same thing that happens to people who spend a lot of time in social media, doing things, scrolling all the time. It's just you're being fed information externally that you never thought of, instead of bringing out your own thoughts. Have you ever sat with yourself and just kind of thought to yourself, what do I want to do today? What is it that I want to achieve? What do I want to accomplish? How do I want my day to look like? Most people don't actually do that because they don't spend enough time by themselves, except if you're an introvert. Introverts spend plenty of time by themselves. That's why often a lot of introverts do end up doing what they want. But it's often also not the best. You have to be careful there. I'm not saying being introverted is a whole thing that you should fully base your identity on. Like, I'm an introvert, I spend my time playing video games in my basement and watching anime. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, but you can't always do that, and you also can't always be the extrovert. You need to switch in between whenever you feel like you're exhausting one side of you. And those of you guys that literally have no idea what I'm talking about, that are like, I'm an introvert, what do you mean be an extrovert? Putting on my fake mask to go outside? That's not what I mean. What I mean is there's a whole side of you that you probably haven't unlocked yet. You might think this is the fake version of you. That's not what I'm talking about. Imagine like there's a big skill tree that every single extrovert is born with, and you barely have any of those skills. You barely have any ability points in them. It's pretty much all grayed out for you. Just like when you have a character that you can't play in a video game, it's grayed out. That's probably you right now. And having an extroverted side is the ability to basically turn that on at any given moment whenever you're in a public setting, and that requires that extroverted side of you to come out. You have to give a speech, you have to talk to somebody at work, you're at work and you're dealing with customers, clients, maybe you're doing sales, maybe you're in a friend group and you don't really know everybody there. You kind of close friends with some people, and then you're not really close friends with the rest, so you're a little bit in between. That's when you need to let that side of you come out so that you can dominate the entire interaction, the entire social dynamic. You will literally have the aura, right? That's the part that I'm talking about. And I spent a lot of my time in that extroverted side since I've developed it. Also, if you guys are interested in how do you develop that, I literally have a school community where I teach you exactly step by step how to unlock that extroverted side. I had to do that on my own through a bunch of trial and error and doing the worst things in the world, like going door to door. That is the worst thing. You guys won't have to do that because I'll just teach you exactly how to do it. It's not that hard. And the thing is, switching in between this introversion and extroversion has become seamless, at least for me. And it's exactly what I've been saying. Staying in that state for too long, either state, introverted or extroverted, staying in one is just sucks. Because if you're an introvert for too long, well, I know as introverts we don't really feel lonely. I never feel lonely. Like, no matter what, I just never feel lonely. I can be by myself for days on end and I will not feel lonely. Absolutely, don't care. But what I mean is, you start to degrade your social ability. You start to become socially autistic. Like, you just start to be that awkward guy. You're too cooped up in your own place, just doing your own thing constantly, that you lose touch with the outside world. That's what I mean, being too long in your introverted side. But on the opposite end, if you ever feel like your judgment is getting clouded because you're spending too much time with people, it's okay to go back and recharge your battery. That's what they call it. But you can take a step back for a bit and be like, you know what, I just need to be by myself for a few days so I can regain myself. Because when you're too long not in your natural state that you're used to, you start to kind of lose yourself. You know what I mean? So just be wary of that, because I know I am telling you guys, unlock that extroverted side of you. Do it. Absolutely do it. You need it. I'm not just suggesting this to you. You need it. What have you been doing up to this point if you haven't been trying to learn some better social skills? How to read people, how to just talk, how to say no to someone, you know what I mean? If you haven't been working on that, you're clearly missing out. So once again, I said the link is in the description for my community. If you're not in there, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. And other than that, thanks for watching.